We are back! Yes! With some more Train Sim World. Now this video, yes, is another request video based from my YouTube comments. So today's request has come from Lou Koza. So he wanted me to do the Class 801 on a part of the East Coast Main Line. Now, he already knew when he made the request, and he put it in the request, that he doesn't think I have the 800 series for Train Sim Classic, which I do not, but I do have it on Train Sim World 4, so he said, yep, do it on that. So we are going to do Peterborough to Doncaster. I'm not sure what we'll be stopping at, because we're going to do a real live route on this, or timetable. So let's see what we can get it set up. So choose a route. Okay, we're going to do. See, I don't have a lot on here. The only ones I've bought in addition to what comes with the game itself is the Isle of Wight, both old and the new. London, a bit of the London to Brighton line. It's not all of it, from what I've seen. This, I can't remember if I bought that or not, but that's obviously goes through California. And this one, this one here, the Bakerloo line. All the rest are what you get with the game. But this is what came with Train Sim World 4. So we will choose this. So we're going south to north, so we'll choose that one. We'll choose the 801, and we will go, so it's part of the King's Cross to Leeds route. So yeah, LNER service from Peterborough to Doncaster. So I will see, we've got to get 10,600 points for gold and 19,150 for what I assume is platinum. Okay, it's giving us real world weather. I don't think he requested any particular weather. I can't remember now. Bloody hell, that's shit of me, isn't it? Okay, we'll make it light clouds. Yeah, we'll make it light clouds. Okay, so it's pretty much how it is outside on today anyway. Right, okay, this is the early morning train by the looks of it. Going to take us about an hour. So we're on this one here. Okay. So it's 52 minutes. I take it we're not stopping anywhere, but okay, well, let's see what it does. So that one goes from Grantham to Doncaster. Doncaster to Grantham. These are all going the other way now. That's Grantham. Right, okay, so we want to start as far south as possible. So let's do this one. Peterborough to Doncaster. Right, has it selected it? Get started, right. Oh no, what is come on, I want to select that one. Peterborough to Doncaster, right. Okay, right. Metro Rivals coming soon, 2026. Okay, interesting. So, looks like it's some form of underground service. If it says Metro, it's probably New York, which is there. Could this one be Paris or something? Who knows? Right, and here we are at Peterborough. Okay, so let's unlock the doors and let the passengers on. Okay, well, that key didn't release it, but I'll do that. So let's load the passengers up, and I think in this we do need to turn on a couple of safety systems manually. DRA is on European train control. No, it's the vigilance is the other one we want, so we want to put that into normal. Driver safety device, there we go, we'll put that on normal. That's it. Right, how do we sit down? Come on, come on, I want to sit down. Come on, let me sit down. So I can do the master key to on and the reverser into forward. Right, so what's the speed limits while we're waiting? Okay, it's 35, well 25. Just past this signal here, so we will keep it at 25. Okay, just got to wait another 7 seconds. Then we'll close the doors. I hope I'll be able to do that with the key. Lock the doors. I can hear it locking. Right, okay. Stop at Grantham platform 2. Right. Off with the brakes. And away we go. So, yeah, we'll keep it at 25. Don't want to rack up a speeding issue as soon as I leave the station. Yes, I know I pull away from stations slowly, but I don't think it was that slow, considering we can only get to 25. But then we're straight into 115. There we go. Only, well, the speed's about to change now, I think. Yep, still 25. There we go. Let's crank it up to full. Now, interestingly enough, the pantographs don't appear to be raised. Pretty sure the 801 is electric. I could be wrong here. Well, it's got pantographs on it, so yeah. Let's try raising them. Pantograph up. Yeah, look, it's doing nothing. Oh well. Yeah. Don't ask me. I'm unsure what that is or why that is. Right, so we've got stop in 28 miles for Grantham. It's probably our only stop. Let's see how quickly this thing can get up to 125. So we're at full pelt. Does this screen tell us anything about are we diesel or are we electric? Yeah, look, this diesel's there. It looks like we're having to do it in diesel mode. Okay. There's the vigilance pedal warning. Right, we're at 85 already. So yeah, we must be in diesel mode for this. I didn't even know this was dual mode, the 801. Okay, so I'm looking at the signals. There is a yellow coming up, or 2 yellows. Let's see if it's a double yellow. Oh, it's gone green. Okay, we're going to be stuck behind another train most of the way up. Hopefully, it won't slow us down too much, but I will keep an eye on that. Oh, I wish I hadn't turned that on now. But I think you need it on for the points, as in the score points, not the train track points. Right, yeah, double yellow there. But it's moved on. I think we're catching up, whatever it is up there. Okay, we're certainly flying along. And the graphics are silky smooth. And look, the signal's just gone green. And I'm speeding. And I've just got an achievement for matching the mallard. That's going to cost me in the score though, isn't it? So we can get it up there a little bit. Well, I'm totally flat ground now, so we should see a little bit of a speed increase. And the lights are, well, the next 3 lights are green, so we don't have to worry about that. Right, at 22 miles should go in no time now. We're sort of doing these sorts of speeds. I haven't done the lights yet. Let's just throttle down a little bit. We'll put them onto dimmed. There we go. Take mouse look off for a minute. Yeah, a little bit of tilt there. Right. Let's put the speed up a bit to 50%, just so we can make up a little bit. But yeah, we're still on, look, dead straight and dead flat. Yeah, see, throttle position 1 is not quite enough to maintain the speed. That's our accelerometer there, I presume. Now, what this doesn't have is the old trackside views. Well, I don't know how to get them, the trackside cameras, but you can sort of walk around freely as well. So as here, obviously we can do this. I don't know how you move it further down the train though. There we go, look, right in the pantograph there. It should be up, but we're running on diesel. Okay, we're on a slight uphill climb now. Let's just keep an eye on the speed. Okay, well, at least it's not going off every minute. Okay, flashing green. What the hell does flashing green mean? God, I really ought to brush up on these. And then we've got another green, and then two, well, be a flashing yellow and a red. But look, we're only 16 miles away from Grantham now. And we've got 9 minutes to get to, 9.5 minutes to get to Grantham. Which is doable. The speed we're going. We're at 125 now. So I'll put it down to notch 1. Yeah, and it'll drop very slowly, but that's fine. We're flashing green, but we've got all greens all ahead. I'll let it slow down to about 120 before I put it back up to notch 2. Otherwise I'll just be flicking it backwards and forwards throughout the entire journey. There we go, notch 2 now. We'll sort of creep back up to 125. Although we're on a slightly steeper uphill gradient here, aren't we? Right. Now I've got to try and sort of work out the braking in this when I need to start. It's got to be over a mile away, hasn't it? So maybe 1.25 miles I think I'll start braking. There we go, there's our mate. Let's see, eating through those miles, eating through them. Right, I haven't noticed any nice pretty bodies of water yet. I'm too busy keeping my eye on the speed and the track and the signals. Okay, yeah, I just had a glitch there. It's unusual for this game. I will set it down to notch 2. So we're 10 miles away now. I mean, yeah, a little bit of that speed will bleed off because we're on a 0.5% gradient. It looks like there's a yellow signal, but not for a little while. Hopefully that'll be green by the time we get there. So we're in single figures now for the distance, and yeah, I'm getting a few glitches on this. I didn't get it when I was messing around with this yesterday, so it might be OBS doing that. Okay, 8 miles. So I reckon about 1.3, 1.4 miles I will start braking. Okay, that's all acknowledged. Right, well, I've got on a steep old gradient here. But we've still got over 5 minutes before we have to be there, and we've only got 7.5 miles to go. So I reckon we're in good stead here. Let's see if we can get that up to 125 before we have to start slowing down proper. I could just whack it on 100, but for only a couple of miles an hour, it's not really worth it. Okay, we're nearly there. Back at 125. There we go. So, yeah, 5.5 miles to go. Grantham. I really don't know anything about that place. Apart from it was the surname of the bloke who played Dirty Den in EastEnders. He died a couple of years ago, apparently. But I'm not falling for that one again. Oh, I'm speeding. Literally did not see the speed limit change. Not paying attention. That's going to cost me points. Yeah, I was not paying enough attention to the HUD. This top bit here. I only got myself to blame for that. Luckily, I was able to brake and fix that fairly quickly. But I did get a red speeding before getting a yellow speeding. So yeah, that is going to probably strip me of my gold. Just like Ben Johnson, the cheating Canadian drug taker. From the 1980 Olympics or 84 Olympics, something like that, yeah. Right, 2.8 miles. Right, pay attention here. Right, there is 100 coming up. And there's a red signal, but I think that could be us where we're stopping, yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're stopping there where it's blue, so we'll be well under 100 there. And then once we pull out the station, it's 115 and then 125. Right, we will start braking in a sec. I don't know if I'm being overly cautious with the brakes here. But we don't seem to be going down all that quickly. Right, just over half a mile and we're at 70. Now we're into yards now, look. Well, I can see where we've got to stop. Right, okay, I can see exactly where we've got to stop. So let's increase that. Right, up here. That'll do. Right, let's let people off. Let's have a look at Grantham. God, look, they all want that door. I think it stopped us too short. I think the back of the train's hanging over there. Either way, they're actually getting on the train instead of sort of gliding near it. Right, well, we got here 3 minutes, well, yeah, 3 minutes early. Which I'm more than happy with, but it did cost me a speeding. Let's try doing a little walk. There we go. See, look, we can now walk up and down the train. So we've got another 2 minutes. Yeah, we should have. I think we should have stopped right up there, but this is where it wanted us to stop, so that's where we stopped. So the next station is Doncaster. Yeah, which is good because I've got no reason for ever wanting to go to Wakefield. Ever. There's the passengers. Yeah, happy looking bunch. Door shuts like that. Okay. Right, let's lock ourselves back in away from the people. Right, okay, yeah, another minute to go. I'm really confused about why we're diesel. Maybe after Doncaster it's not electrified. Or they've just got it wrong in this scenario. Right, so yeah, this will likely be the last video I do for a couple of weeks, as I am finally going on holiday. So, yep, but I'm sure if you follow my train sim videos, you are likely 99% a follower of Lucosa's train sim videos, so I'm sure he'll be knocking out plenty of content while I'm away. Right, okay, next stop is our last stop, and it is Doncaster. Pulling out there at full speed, there we go. Not pulling out that slowly. Right, so yeah, it's going to be about a half-hour journey, and if I manage to keep the speed down, then it will, or the speeding down, it should be less than that. Right, we're on a downhill here, so we have got to be a little bit careful once we get up to the 3 figures, because it is a 115. Let's see, there's 115 and 125, so which are we? I'll just have to see what the HUD indicates. But there's a yellow signal already up ahead, and it's gone green. So is it 115 on this track, bit of track? I don't know. It's, yeah, still 115, so that is what we'll keep it at. Yeah, wouldn't this be showing up if we were running electric? Right, we're on a nice flat stretch now, and it will be 125 very shortly. I don't think we'll get to 115 before we hit that, because we're only at 88 now. Yeah, we're not even at 100 yet. And the signals have all gone to green, which, yeah, suits me down to the ground. Okay, I still don't know if it's going to be driving under the speed limit. Okay. We're getting near 115 now. Is that 125 for both sides? Oh, the headlights are working well, aren't they? I'm going to go down to coasting because we are on a downhill. But wow, that's 125. So let's crank it back up to 4. And then we'll go down to coasting because, yeah, I really don't want to rack up any more speeding if I can help it. I think this train is more than capable of exceeding 125. Right, so we are at 124. Yeah, we're losing a little bit now. So I'll let it go down one more, then I'll stick it up to notch 1. We're not losing a lot. And that 43 miles will go very quickly now, unless there's some major speed limit reduction. Right, let's see if we... Oh yeah, we're accelerating at notch 1, but then the gradient is just reduced. Oh, let's just keep an eye on that. This real world weather and the sun is starting to come up. Let's just drop it down and coasting. Oh, that looked really cool. Quick little zoom in. Right, notch 1 again. Okay, signals is green, then 2 yellows. Gradient is reduced even more, so we are getting flatter. So we seem to be not increasing or decreasing speed at the moment, which suits me. So let's pop it up to 2 and increase by a couple of miles per hour, and then drop it back down to 1. It's all about finding that sweet spot, isn't it? Right, okay. Now we're completely flat. And now we're going uphill, so we'll probably... Let's try the horn. That is pretty loud, wasn't it? Very loud and echoey, just how we like it. Just doesn't sound like a flaccid buzz like some of the old locos do. Okay, we'll drop that down to 0 because we are on a downhill again. Oh, it's glitched again. Yeah, it's got to be OBS doing that. Didn't do it at all yesterday when OBS was not running. But anyhow, yeah, this entire route is electric that we are on. So we should not be burning up diesel and wasting it, but there you go. Right, we are completely flat now. Let's get it up closer to what we want. Yellow signal, double yellow. Oh, now it's all gone green. There's a station coming up. In a couple of signals time, but we're not stopping there. It certainly isn't Doncaster. So we will do our usual trick. I don't know the key for the tone 2 of the hooter. It's not B. Right, we're on a downhill again. Right, next 2 signals are green. Okay, so just after this next green signal, we will go through the station. And do our usual. Was that it? Oh no, here it is. Yeah, it's not even funny, is it? I don't know why I just continually get a kick out of doing that. It's pathetic. Right, uphill. And I'm speeding, yeah. Those speed limits, I don't understand when they're above or below. I really don't get it. When they're here, when they're either on top or below. So I'm just going to go with the assumption, if there's two, go with the lowest, and whether it's on top or below, just go with it. So yeah, gold medal ain't happening. If it does, it's very generous. Okay, yellow signals coming up, and then a red. There's our yellow signal, and it's gone green. There's the level crossing. Oh, didn't want to brake there, that's all. So we'll catch up. There's notch 2, and then we'll switch to coasting for a bit. Because we are on completely flat ground. Maybe notch 1 might even do it. Right, green signal, that's what we like. And then notch 1, see if it does. No, notch 1's just not quite enough. The notch 2 is too much. Chasing the sweet spot again, unsuccessfully. Okay, back onto a double yellow. That means, and they've gone green. So whatever is in front of us, I'm not keeping up with it. Right, let's go notch 2. "29 miles to go to Doncaster." Yes, I'm probably pronouncing it completely horrendously to anyone who is actually from the area, but I ain't from the fucking area, so... We're going back to the double yellows, and they're all green again. My graphics card fan is going like a good one. Oops. I hit the wrong button. There's me trying to find the second horn button. I went into screenshot mode. Oh, and I'm on mouse look mode, so I'll turn that off. Oh, we are now going uphill, so we are losing a little bit. Let's chuck it up to notch 2, see how quickly we get to 125. Not obviously enough, is it? Okay, I don't see any more speed changes. Okay, we had a double yellow, now it's all gone green. And we're going up even steeper now. So I reckon we will probably drop a mile an hour at notch level 2. But yeah, as long as the signals are green, that's all good. Because we don't have to like brake sharpish. Right, quickly whack up notch 3. It's not quite so straight, this part of the route, is it? It's a bit twisty, but obviously this train is more than capable of handling those twists and everything at 125. And it has got a bit of a tilt on it. Obviously not enough like the ATP P, or APTP, that had people throwing up on one of its runs with well, one of its early runs, and it was a press release run. It was full of rail journalists, and a lot of them threw up during and after the journey. But it may not have been entirely. Oh, there's a 115 coming up. May not have been entirely the fault of the APT P, because they were all quite plastered on free booze at the time. So they were on the sauce while they were taking this journey in beforehand. So yeah. I think that may have played a significant part in why they were throwing up. Right, 21 miles to Donny. And we are now... broke a little bit too early for the 115 speed limit change, but it will be going to 120, and I still haven't worked... Oh, I'm doing the speed there. Oh, I did. Ah, yeah, because we're on a downhill. God, I'm racking those speedings up, aren't I? It's not been a good operational, flawless run by any standards. At least I haven't done any spads yet. Right, now, will we be going up to 120? Because the speed limit is on the bottom of the HUD. Well, we will find out. Just a sec. And I can see there it's up to 125 again in about a mile. Right, yep, 120 it is. Look, we're on a very steep downhill. Well, steep, a lot steeper than what we're used to. And then a 125 very shortly. And look, we've only got 17 miles to go. This is absolutely chomping through it. Oh, why can't we have a train that runs on this gauge tracks that can do 140, 150 like we did before? Right, we're on dead flat now. Oh no, now we're on an uphill. So let's just get us up to 125. And we're dead flat again. downhill now. Let's be mindful. I'll just go to 124 and it's easy to see if the speed is creeping up. There we go, look, pretty much at full pelt. Whoa. We're briefly inside that train. Signals green. And they are for quite some distance, 3 or 4 miles. It is quiet, isn't it, inside? I think this, whether it's they've actually modelled the soundproofing and noise levels on the real thing, or what, but we are in a, you know, a diesel going at 123 miles an hour. So it is pretty quiet inside the cab here. Right, oh, we're on a downhill, so let's just drop it down to coasting, and yeah, it's not quite steep enough for us to actually increase our speed and go over. And we will still, well, we will shortly be in single digit remaining distance. So this is flown by in this sort of speed train. You know, Peterborough is sort of, not exactly north or Midlands, is it? It's well below that. I'd say Grantham's more of a Midlands area. Okay, we're going dead flat at the moment. And dead straight as well. Frictionless. That's completely incorrect, but well, oh shit. Completely. Yeah, I'm not used to looking at 2 different HUDs. So I'm not being vigilant enough with the speed. I'm used to having it all in one place. So, yet another speeding infraction. I mean, I can see why. This is a lot curvier, this area. But yeah, look at me, blaming the game and not myself. Oh, look, we're back in 125 as soon as the train gets across. There we go. Will we get there before we have to start braking? I hear you asking. Who knows? It's a difficult one to gauge. Right, at least the lights are, the next signal's green. Ah, an FPS glitch again. Yeah, I think we're going to get the speed limit before we have to start braking. We'll do it from the same, about 1.3 miles away. We sort of gauge that reasonably well. And we're on a downhill. .3 miles. So we're on some part of Yorkshire now, I imagine. See, when I did this route, I stopped at York after Grantham in real life. Right, well, we've got 6 minutes to do 4 miles. Easy. We're going to be there well on time. There's a 120 speed limit change coming up. And there it is alerting me. Mind you, we're doing 120 anyway. Why am I even bothering to increase? We're well on time. Right, so 2.5 miles. We'll start braking in just over a mile. So, yeah, I see we're going to get down to 70, but we should do that easy. Right, there's a double yellow. Right, 1.5 miles. See, it's starting to get a little bit more industrial around here. Right, let's start braking. That's single yellow. We got a red just before the station. We better increase braking quite significantly. Obviously a train in there already. In fact, I think we might go through it. Yeah, shit, I'm going to get a spad. Or am I? Yeah, I am. Not quite good at braking time. Fuck! Oh no! It went yellow! That was lucky, wasn't it? Jesus Christ. Okay, we're on a 35 speed limit here. God, there's a lot of people here. Yeah, you get a lot more sort of human traffic in this game than Train Sim Classic. Not that it makes much difference. And here we are. Got a lot of people getting off. And it's pissing with rain. So I didn't set that. So yeah, obviously it's got dynamic weather. There we go. There's someone who's taken over from me. Yeah, look, I lost 487 points with speeding there. Now, 21,371 I got. So it looks like I got it's either the silver or the platinum. Well, that's interesting. Look, I mean, yeah, look, these safety systems, I've got 9,500 points just for turning those on. I didn't put the wipers on. I didn't even really see it as raining. But, well, there we go. On-time bonus there, accuracy bonus there. You get a, didn't do any coupling or anything. I didn't leave the vehicle unsafely. Yeah, so, yeah, the only issue there was speeding, really. Okay, so 49 minutes we did that. The scenario is supposed to be an hour, so I think we did that in plenty of time. 79.6 miles, and we did walk around a little bit as well. Okay, and it looks like we did, I think that's the platinum. It doesn't look very grey, does it? Excellent. So, we are complete. That wraps this video up, and it was exceptionally generous with the speeding and the award. So, yeah, I'm happy with that. Although I could have done a lot better. Getting used to that HUD. Yeah, that is platinum. 12.3 thousand. Yeah, platinum is no, sorry, is 19,000, and I did get over that. I've got 20-something thousand. I wouldn't have got that if I'd yeah, I wouldn't have got anywhere near that if I'd have not turned on those safety systems. So yeah, this does reward you for that. Excellent. Okay, so I will wrap this video up for now, and we will see you eventually on the next one.